Ding dong,
Sorry.
your opinion is
Hi.
wrong.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
YouTubers be like, hey guys, it's me.
Sup, dudes? So I'm here with my sister. This
Hi.
is Allie.
Hi, I'm Allie. It's me.
So it's me. In a few videos, I talked about how my sister has been seeing shadow people or having, like, what would you say, like, ghost experiences?
I guess ghost experiences?
I guess so. Or, like, paranormal experiences ever since she was little. I think you said your earliest was, like, 5?
Around there, I'd say.
And I always said that I would wait until she gets home so she could tell you guys her experiences herself, because although I could sit here and tell you her experiences, I feel like it's just better if it's explained by the person who experienced it themselves. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I had her write down all of her experiences she's had, starting from the first one when she was about 5 years old, and yeah, I guess that's about it.
So the first thing that I saw was at my mom's house. This is my dad's house, so our parents are divorced. I used to sleep with my door cracked open, and that was because, like, I was, like, maybe, like, 5, 6, and my mom would, like, tuck me into bed every night and say goodnight, and then she would shut the door. Well, she'd leave it open cracked, like, maybe, like, this much. When I was little, I was, like, not afraid of the dark at all until, like, I think, like, more of this started happening, but it was, like, every night I'd, like, go to bed, and then I'd look at my door cracked open, and then I just, like, saw something, like, kind of peering out. So, like, this is my door, like, I just saw, like, this, and I just saw, like, a big nose, like, coming out. But so I would see, like, just the head, like, peering out, and I saw a really, really big nose, and it would just, like, look at me every night and just watch me when I was in bed.
Like, from outside your room, right?
Yeah, so it was, like, I was in my room, and then it would just be, like, looking from the hallway, like, into my room.
Would you see hands or just, like, the nose and face?
It was primarily, like, the nose, but, like, sometimes I'd see, like, 2 hands, like, peering like this. And so that always scared me, and I always told my mom.
Obviously.
I was, like, little, and so I'd tell my mom, and she was like, oh, no, like, you're fine. And then, so that's why I always leave my door closed now, because it just, like, scared me. I always felt like I was being watched, and, like, something was just staring at me when I was sleeping. So, and, like, I was little, and so people were like, oh, probably just your imagination, like, it's not real. And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't really think anything of it. I thought it was, like, a normal thing. I was scared of it, but, like, it was normal.
Would it be when you woke up, or would you just be, like, laying in bed and it would be, like, right away when you turned off the lights?
It would, like, it wouldn't be, like, right away, like, close the door, like, it was there.
Leave the door open.
Yeah, it was, like, close the door, I mean, like, close it,
like,
not, like,
yeah.
It, like, cracked open, but not, like, wide open. Mm-hmm. It would always be dark. My room was darker than the hallway was, so, like, the hallway was a little bit lighter because I had, like, drapes in my room covering my blinds, if
I
that
think
makes
we kept
sense.
a nightlight in the hall when we were younger, too.
I think so, yeah. And, oh, we did. The hallway was just lighter.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I could see, like, shadows more easily.
Did you feel like you were, like, scared of it, or do you think it was just, like, observing you? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was scared of it, definitely, because it was just, like, it was creepy. Like, it looked like a man with just a really big nose. Like, that's all I could tell from it. It was just, like, a man with a big nose. Mm-hmm. But, like, it was just, like, a creepy figure, but it looked like it was just, like, looking at me, and it never moved or anything. It was just always, like, stationary, like, every time I looked. If I, like, rolled over, like, towards facing my door, I'd see it. It would always be dark out. Like, I never saw it in the day or anything. Like, it was only if it was, like, in the nighttime. Not, like, right as soon as my mom left. It'd be, like, like, after she left. Like,
but it wasn't always you would, like, wake up in the middle of the night and be, like, half asleep and see it? Like, sometimes, sure.
Sometimes,
but, like,
yeah, but not all the time.
But, like, sometimes you would, like, face the window and then, like, turn around, like, 2 minutes later and it would be, like...
Yeah. I saw it more than once. And, like, more than a handful of times. Like, I obviously don't remember because I was more little. So, like, the second thing that I saw, it was still around the same time because it was still at my mom's house back when I was little. And it was, so I have a blue room now at my mom's house. Like, it's blue and green. But it used to be purple, like, when I was little. And I had purple drapes that would cover my blinds. It'd be both at night and during the day. I would just, like, look over at my drapes and I'd see, like, dark shadow things in them. Like, sometimes it wouldn't look like a person, sometimes it'd just look like a shadow. And, like, my bedroom wasn't on the first floor, so it couldn't be, like, a tree or anything, because there wasn't a tree or anything in front of my window.
You didn't have any trees by your window, like, period. Like,
yeah, no.
It was, like, your window, and then, like, we have, like, a really, in my mom's house, we have, like, a really expansive backyard. Like, it's pretty, like, long-wise, and it's just a hill. So there's no trees.
I just see, like, things in my drapes.
Window blinds, thing, drapes.
Yeah, this is when I got more ballsy, and so I actually like look behind the drapes and stuff because I was like getting older. I was still like creeped out by those, but I was just like more curious then. So I'd actually look behind it, and there'd just like be nothing, and then I'd move it, and then it'd be like fine again. It's not like sheer purple drapes, but it was like thicker purple drapes. That was hard to say. And so like I just like see like a dark outline or a dark like blob or something, and so I was like, what? But yeah, this was like in the more so in the morning than at the nighttime, like when I'd wake up and it'd be light out.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Ew. At this point, did you still see like the man behind your door, or did you start sleeping with your door shut?
This is when I started sleeping with my door shut.
Okay. Did you feel like it was the what?
Me like realizing I shut my door and then I started seeing this stuff.
The thing that was behind your door couldn't see you anymore, so now you started seeing things in your room. Mm-hmm. Do you think it was the same thing, or do you think it was something different?
No, I don't think it was the same thing, because the other one like distinctly had a face, and then this was just like more like a shadow, and I couldn't see a face with it, or sometimes it didn't even like resemble a human like outline. Like it just looked like there was something behind there, but I couldn't tell what it was. Sometimes I was scared of it, but then other times I'd just like stare at it and trying to figure out what it was. This would happen more so I think in the summer too, because I remember like in the mornings I'd just be like laying in bed, like not getting up yet, but just like laying there. And I'd like look over and look at it. So it wasn't like before school or anything. It was like more in the summer, I think. And then I like started seeing like more so figures in my room, like actual people figures, and they like weren't behind my blinds, like in front of my bed or like next to my bed. This is when everyone still lived in my mom's house, because my mom still lives in the house that we grew up in, but like my dad was there, my sister was there, and like our old pets were there. So like no one had moved out yet. It was just like still like our family there. And I think this was more when I was in like 8th grade-ish throughout high school. I don't remember like a distinct one because it would just happen a lot. Like I think I said that. Like it was just like kind of normal to like see these things. But I do remember there have been times where I thought that I was like talking to them, because like I'd just see them, and like sometimes I thought it was a real person. And then I'd like start talking to
What would you say?
I don't remember. I just have like normal conversations.
Would they talk back?
I think like a few times they would.
Oh my god, what did they say?
I don't remember. I was like younger. It was weird. But
that's crazy. You never told me that they talked back to you. Ew.
Yep. So still at my mom's house, there was one time, this was probably one of the creepiest times that I had. I was just like laying in bed, and so this wasn't my, like I like redecorated my room my freshman year of high school. And so I think this was now like my sophomore year, because my dad like still lived there and stuff. But like I was like laying in bed, like about to go to bed, and like all of a sudden something like hit the end of my bed, and it like my bed kind of shaked, and that's why I like realized that it was something. Mm-hmm. And like it wasn't like, I had 3 pets at the time, so like my dog wasn't sleeping with me, neither of our cats were there. And, like, I heard a thud. Like, it literally sounded like a ball, like, hit my bed. Like, my bed shook. So I immediately turned on my light, and, like, there was nothing there. And I just remember I, like, told it to go away. Since all this stuff was, like, happening, we, like, talked to our neighbor who was, like, into Reiki and, like, spirits and stuff. So I was, like, kind of telling her what was going on. And I think this was still my sophomore year. And she, like, told me, like, if you're scared of something, just, like, tell it to go away. Just yell, go away, like, leave me alone. And so, like, that was, like, my first instinct, was I just, like, turned on my light and I said, go away. She gave me these cards, like, put under my pillow when I sleep at night. I don't know exactly all of them, because I just am not that informed on the topic, but I'd sleep with them next to my bed, because I slept with my hands underneath my pillow, so I didn't want to, like, have them be all over my room and underneath my bed. But these are them, and like they each have like stuff on the back. I don't know, but she told me like keep these by my bed, which now I have them at my dad's, and they're just like in my nightstand, because I feel better with them, and because I was like scared when this was happening, so I just wanted to like do anything to kind of get rid of it. This ball instance was like the first time that I was actually like really scared of anything happening, just because it was just like something was thrown at my bed, and it was like towards the bottom of my bed, so by my feet. To me it seemed like something was mad, kind of. Either like I wasn't paying attention to it or something, but like whatever it was. And like that's why I do like believe in this stuff, is because like I couldn't make that up. Something hit my bed, like no pets were in there, like I don't share a room, like it was like nothing was in my room besides me, and like I actually felt my bed move. And so it was just like really creepy, and I was like terrified. I remember I was like shaking.
That's scary.
Yeah. After like that happened, I was just like terrified, and so we told like my neighbor again, and she came and she saged my whole room at my mom's house still. And then after that, I never like saw anything at my mom's house because I'd only just like see things in my room at my mom's house. But yeah, that was all that like I saw at my mom's house. And then ever since it was saged, I never like saw anything again. It was like fine. And then so there was like a year that nothing really happened-ish. Maybe it wasn't a year, but there was like a period of time where I didn't really see anything for a while. And I thought that like it was like just gone. And I was like, okay, like whatever it was, like it's not bothering me anymore. Like it doesn't care. So my dad moved out my junior year in like February, so like almost a senior like year. I was turning a senior, so junior year.
And he moved to this house, the one that we're in right now.
I don't know if time matters, but so my like 2015 February is when my dad moved. I still wasn't like seeing anything at the time, like I was just like whatever. And then I remember there was like one night in particular, I was in here, so this house, and I woke up in the middle of the night and like I turned over and like I saw a figure of a man just like standing right next to my bed, and like I was scared, but like it didn't seem like a scary thing that was like standing there, but it was just like
it was just the Chinese man?
Yeah, it was like
I've
a
told
Chinese
them about
man.
the Chinese
okay,
man,
yeah. So I was like standing next to my bed, and like it looked like he had like a long mustache thing, like just like long, and like he was bald. I don't remember what he was wearing because this was like a long time ago, but I just like remember the face of it, or him. Again, I like turned on my light and it was gone. He was like right next to my bed, so like I rolled over and it was just like right next to my bed. And it was like right in front of my mirror. I remember like telling my friends about it, and like they all just like laughed at me because they were just like, oh, like you're crazy kind of thing. Yeah, so like I don't really like talk about it a lot to people because people just like think you're crazy, which is fine. Like I don't care if people don't believe in it, but like,
well, yeah, because you know what happened. You know you're not making it up.
I don't know, people will think you're crazy, so like I don't really even to like tell my friends about this unless like somehow it gets brought up. It's like that was like the main thing that happened in my dad's room, or my dad's house. And then like after that I had my sister come and sage my room here, and I haven't seen anything since that. So one other thing that happens here though is like my closet light will turn on and off randomly. Like sometimes I'll just like go in my room and my closet light will be on. So my closet here is a walk-in, so it's like an actual door like this to my closet, and then it's just like a little thing, and it has a window facing the front of my house, so like if you drive in my driveway you can see my closet window, and it has like drapes over it, like white drapes. So when my room was saged, my closet wasn't. So I'm not sure if that's why this stuff still does happen. I'll like get ready and then I'll go downstairs in my car, and then my closet light will just be on when I knew that I didn't turn it on. Or like sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night, my closet light will just be on, or like my door will be open and I know I didn't like turn it on or anything. Or there have been times like I get ready and I go to bed, I get in bed and my closet light's just on even though like I didn't go in there because all my pajamas are in drawers in my room. And so I don't go in my closet when I like get ready for bed just because I don't need anything in there because that's all like my pants and shirts and stuff.
Go into a completely different topic. I like understand why people don't believe in this stuff, because I feel like it's like kind of like a hard pill to swallow. For most people, because it's like, well, I don't understand that. Like I feel like a lot of people in life, what you don't understand you can't necessarily believe in. And although I'm not saying like I'm an expert on anything.
Oh no,
I don't know, it's just like some things you can't just explain away.
And like some people argue, they're like, oh, like Allie, like you might just see this because you're half asleep. Because, like, sometimes you can, like, imagine things when you're half asleep. But I feel like if it's been happening, like, this long and this frequent and, like, all these different things, like, it's not just, like, me sleeping. Because, I mean, it doesn't just happen when I'm sleeping. Like, the closet, like, I'm not sleeping. So, like, I don't know. I just, like, don't think it's just my imagination. Because, like, some people would argue that, which is fine. Personally, me, I don't think it's my imagination. Because I've, like, lived through it and, like, it's happened to me.
You got it from a very young age, too. I just always, like, ever since I was little. Like, I don't remember the first experience that I heard about you, but I just remember hearing about, like, shadow people. And, like, I remember Mom saying, like, Elle, did you see your shadow people again? And you always be like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call it. We call it shadow people.
I mean, I don't know if that's what they are, because there's, like, so many different things that it could be. But, I mean, it just sounds like from what you see and what you tell me, it's a shadow person.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Someone, it might not be right, but that's just how we describe it with our family. And, like, my dad doesn't believe in any of this stuff, so we just, like, talk about it with our mom also. That's another big thing.
Sometimes mom just calls it your people.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, oh, Al's people. It's like a normal thing.
Yeah. I know you're gonna get so many comments saying, like, that this is all my imagination. Like I said, like, it's not my imagination, and it's not, like, any mental diagnosis or anything. Like, it's just, like, something I see. It's not, like, a disorder or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have anything, like, wrong with me, like, in that field. So it's, like, not that. And then, like, obviously, like I said, like, it's not my imagination because I've, like, felt it. Like, I've felt things and, like, see things. So, like, I know there's gonna be, like, comments about that, but, like, I just want to say that because I like, even if, like,
There's no way to convince everybody that everything is truthful. Like, a lot of people, well, I'm not saying a lot of people, there were, like, a good chunk of comments on my haunted apartment video that were like, oh my god, do people really believe this? Or, oh my god, like, you wrote leave and you didn't expect us to think that you did it. And it's so funny because, like, I watch a lot of, like, paranormal videos. Like, I just like hearing other experiences because I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to experience it myself. I just like hearing what other people experience. And I've always seen comments on those videos that said, like, oh my god, fake, like, you can tell this is fake because this. And I'm always like, oh, well, I don't know. But it's like, now that, like, I tell a story that, like, I know is, like, 100%, like, truthful, and people comment that, I'm like, oh. So it's like, it's literally like, people are always gonna, like, disbelieve anything, no matter, like, how truthful it is. Like, there was this one comment that said, like, well, only you know your truth, meaning, like, only I know that I faked it. Like, that's how I took it. And I'm like, I didn't fake it, but, like, whatever you want to believe is what you're going to believe. I can sit here and give you evidence after evidence and, like, tell you, like, I'm telling the truth, but in the end of the day, it's the person out there who wants to believe it or not. And, like, that doesn't affect me knowing that I went through it or knowing that you see those shadow people.
And that's what, like, annoyed me about, like, how, because I'm an awful sister, but I haven't watched that video.
That's okay. I don't care. No, it's totally fine.
Like, okay, first of all, I found your YouTube, like, maybe, like, a month ago, so she didn't even tell me about her YouTube channels. I just, like, found her in my recommended. I was like, that's my sister. I remember I went to my roommate. I was at school in San Diego, and I was like, my sister has, like, 15,000 followers on YouTube. And they're like, what the hell? And I mean, what the
It's okay.
crap?
You can swear.
Okay.
I don't care. I swear.
Demonetized. I was like, what the heck? I was like, you really, like, you didn't tell me. I wish I would have, like, been there when you, like, filmed that one, the apartment one. Especially with, like, the leave thing. So, like, it was, like, literally, like, after her graduation, and, like,
well, like,
I stayed.
left, like, I graduated, and then I stayed up there. You stayed with me for, like, 2 days or something like that. And then, like, you guys left, and I stayed, like, a couple more days to hang out with friends. And then I came home for, like, a month and a half. And then me and Alex went back up there to clean out my apartment. And I just, like, I walked into my room, I was doing some things, I saw the shadow person in the hallway, and then I walked to start clearing things off of the ladder shelf, and then leave was just written there.
And, like, that's what just bothers me, is because, like, the only people that were in that apartment between, like, her graduation and her coming back were us two, your boyfriend. Mom was there. So our mom.
Yeah, that's, like,
us two, your boyfriend, our mom. I don't even think our dad was up there.
I mean, he was during graduation, but, like, I definitely didn't see that at graduation. Because that's, like, something I had to walk past. That was, like, in my hallway.
Yeah.
It's something I had to walk past all the time. I think I would have saw leave written in the dust.
Yeah, it was none of our handwriting. Like, my handwriting looks absolutely nothing like that. Hers doesn't. Like, my mom's writes in all caps. Alex's, his doesn't look like that either. And I remember, like, one of my friends, she found your YouTube videos too. So when I got home, like, a few weeks ago, she was, like, talking about it. She's like, oh my gosh, you're a famous sister on YouTube. And she, like, asked me, she was like, oh, like, are those real? And I was like, yeah, they are. And then she was like, even the leave, like, did she write that? I was like, no. And then I told her the whole story, basically how, like, I was there, her boyfriend was there, and, like, I even said, like, her boyfriend's not the person to, like, make that kind of joke, especially because, like, he knows, like, everything that's happened. And, like, that would just be, like, a really mean fucking thing to do. Like, he's not the type of person to do that.
No.
Especially to you, because he, like, really loves you, and, like, he wouldn't do that because he'd know, like, how creeped out you would be about that.
Yeah,
And it's not even his handwriting, too. That's, like, what makes me mad.
Especially because when I saw it, I started to cry. Because it was, like, the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. Once again, I'm not 100% saying that it was, like, a ghost, because I didn't write it. I didn't see who wrote it. I don't know who wrote it. I just know who was in my apartment and that I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And that nobody I know did it. That's the only thing that I'm saying. But, like, it was the scariest thing that I've ever, like, experienced and for him to like write that as a joke and then see me cry and then have him continue the lie would literally be such a sick thing, and I don't think he's capable of that.
No, I don't think so either. And like, even if it, like, he did do that, I think if he saw your reaction like that, he would immediately be like, oh my god, Ashley,
I'm sorry, I didn't, like, I'll never do it again.
Like, also, I would never pull a joke like that on you,
No.
but like, if I did, I would immediately be like, I mean, I would never do that. Like, none of us would ever do that. Like, that's why, I don't know, it just bothers me when people say it's fake.
It's just funny to me to like think that people think that I have the capability of like making that stuff up.
Yeah,
like everything that's happened to me, people like there's always gonna be people who are like, oh my god, this is fake,
Yeah.
I don't believe you, and that's totally fine. But to think that like I sat there and was like, this would be good. No, this would be good. I just don't think I ever could. I couldn't live with myself knowing that like I lied to people.
No, because then people are gonna believe that.
So that's all we're gonna be talking about in this video, I guess. I don't really know. Thank you so much for filming with me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Oh.
And Doug.
Yeah, I really appreciate you sitting down to film this with me because I know it's like kind of awkward to talk to a camera. Like, I completely get it. I just heard from my sister that she actually wants to start a YouTube channel with your friend, or is it just yours and your friend's gonna be in it?
I'm probably gonna make some just like a bunch of my friends.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it's gonna be because I don't think you've made it yet, have you?
No, but I'm probably gonna make some next week. Just because I don't know, I want to look back at times, but...
I mean, you've been saying for like years now, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. So when I find out what that is, I'll put like a link in the description if you want to go subscribe to Allie.
Click that, smash the like button.
Smash the like button. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for
my
listening.
story.
We're gonna go now because she has
yawning.
to go to work in like 30 minutes, so that work life be like. Oh, I just realized there's been a mower in like half of this. So if you guys heard that, I'm so sorry. People are gonna be commenting, I heard noises.
Is that the ghost in the background? No, it's just the lawnmower.
So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.
I don't know why I do that. I just like adapted it from like
Yeah.
6,000 other YouTubers.
See you in the next one.
See you in the next one, babe.
Hey.
Wait, hold her up a little bit. Look at how like she's round and then she gets skinny again. You're such a chunk.
Aww. Aww.
Lilith loves my sister more than she loves me, I'm pretty sure. Like,
That was an
you're
agree.
her favorite. It makes me so mad.
Am I your mom?
I am your mother.
I am mother.
I am mother. I am mother.
I am mother.
I am mother.
I'm mother.
I am mother. I am mother. I'm your mother. She's drooling.
Ashley's sister picks her nose for 2 minutes straight, a compilation.
Do you mind if I put that in the end?
Yeah, as long as you put a compilation of me picking my nose. So like sometimes, me picking my nose.
Oh.
Sometimes, hang on, there's a hair in my nose.
Okay.
Oh,
After
yeah.
you finish getting a hair out of your nose.